Let's talk about injury-prone Killian Hayes. He hurt his foot, and also Killian Hayes is hurting the progression of some of the other young guys on the court with of his lack of anything on the basketball court besides defense. But Piston Power got an article saying that he need to respond from the G League pressure. But they ain't gonna send him to the G League because he'll get exposed in the G League. Okay, he will get exposed in the G League. The other night versus the win over Milwaukee, he hurt his I think they said his right foot. Okay, and he just was injured in December. He missed 2 games with a left thumb injury, and now his right foot is injured. So I'm trying to look up the status of his right foot. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, they saying that on Twitter. So that's old. So I'm trying to see what's really going on as far as his right foot right now. Okay, let's see. So I don't know. He injured his right foot. We have no update. So let me see. Let me look at the Detroit Pistons. Let's see what the injury report is today. So he won't play. Stewart won't play versus the Hornets. Chris Smith livers out January 3rd. So Killian seems to be okay. Okay. So I don't know exactly how serious. Obviously, the injury wasn't that serious. He hasn't popped up on the list. But when you look at the boy, a lot of people get mad. Give him more time and give him time to develop. I mean, either you can play, you got potential. Tell me the potential where he flashed for a long time. He hasn't flashed a string of potential yet. And at this point, he's hurting the ball club. He's hurting it. Because, you draft the point guard and he don't facilitate. Look at these numbers, bro. I mean, come on. Only thing is the 88%. You look at his game log. Come on, let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit. Look at his game log this year. I'm not a PER person, right? He had COVID, but you look. And you look, in his career, his game high this year has been 13 that I see on this list. 13. And he had a double-digit assist versus Sacramento. Toronto, my bad, was his best game when he went 13-10. But he doesn't have the aggression. He doesn't belong on the floor right now. This kid does not belong on the floor. And part of the Pistons only winning 7 games is because he's on the floor. And he's taking touches away from the guys who should primarily be handling the ball. And that's Sadiq Bey and that's Cade Cunningham. And I kind of spoke on this a little bit on the video last night. They should be the second ball handler, and Cade should have the ball 80% of the time when they on the floor together. The other 20%, 15% should go to Bey. And you giving this kid the ball right now, and all he do is take a couple dribbles and give it right back to somebody else. When you're talking about a point guard, they take the ball, and when they had a ball in their hand, they control the offense. Like Isaiah Thomas said, when you got the ball in your hand, you control the movement of the other 9 players on the floor with you. And right now, Killian, can't nobody tell me that Killian is a point guard where he handling the ball, He coming off the pick and roll. He making something happen. He stopping and popping like Chris Paul or flashing that. And on top of that, he continues to get injured every season so far. They only been 2. And I don't count the COVID. It's a thumb, it's a foot, it's a hip. And people give him an excuse. And my thing is, I'm not saying at this point trade him and get rid of him. Take him behind the scenes and reconstruct him the right way. Physically and defensively, you always can get better, but he's a good defensive player. But now the things they should be working on is ball handling. The 2 things he should be working on right now is ball handling and getting to the rack. And getting to the rack, finishing through contact. You know what I'm saying? Left hand, right hand. Then they should work on the floater. But we a long way from that. It's being aggressive coming off that pick and roll and attacking the rim. I don't even worry about passing it or lobbing it. We do things where he come off the pick and roll, attack, and finish strong. If I got to put real people out there to elbow him and hit him in the solar plex and foul him hard for him to finish through contact, well, that's what they got to do. With him going into the deep freezer and developing behind the scenes, even if we don't see him for the next 2 seasons, fine. Even if you don't put him in the G League, just work with him. They feel an obligation to have to play him because he's a good defender. But other than that, all he is a guy to get the ball and give it right up. He can make the extra pass, but is he coming down the court with aggressive and bad intentions to really make that hard move and get to the rack? Even if he getting assists off the pick and roll, they're touch passes. And the NBA is finding out if I roll off of him, can't do nothing. He can't stop and pop. He can't hit a floater. And he damn so can't finish at the rim strong. And they got Beeline working on his shot. And I guarantee you, if I was a betting man, they got this man working on catching and shooting 3-pointers. If I was a betting man, they got him working on just shooting 3-pointers. And that's not how you teach somebody to shoot. You will start, if we just talking about shooting and not layups and finishing, you start with the George Mikey drill. Then, you warm them up. Then if we talking about from a technical standpoint, you start them off a little bit off the block and you work on the bank shot. And when you get the bank shot, then you have them move from block to block, hitting the bank shot. Then you work on, you can go to the elbow. You work on catching and shooting the elbow. Then you can keep on moving and catching and shooting. Then you go 10 feet off the block. And you work on your shot 10 feet off the block. And then you work on, dribbling and shooting off the dribble. Then, when you kind of master most of that in the floater, then you start going off there. Come on, that's like teaching the kid, basically somebody who can't shoot. That's like taking Ben Simmons or a kid and starting them off at the 3-point line. How can I perfect the form or the technique of the jump shot if I'm straining at the 3-point line? Okay. You have to reconstruct him from the bottom on up and teach him the basics. When you closer to the rim, you less likely to compromise your form. You know what I'm saying? So 10 to 15, just elbow bank shots, off the block bank shots, elbow shots, catching and shooting and moving. Then when you kind of get that down pack, 10 feet off the block, shooting. Then you start catching and shooting and moving, attacking the bucket. Then you start working off the dribble. Then you can talk about a 3-point shot. After you master everything inside of it. But right now, he's part of the reason that the Pistons are struggling. And it's part of the reason why Cade is being held back. And Bay is being held back. Not just Jeremy Grant. For Bay, him and Cade, every time Killian should get the ball, he should be pushing it down the court, attacking. Ain't no attack in Killian. Ain't no aggressive in Killian. You know what I'm saying? If anything, he's slowing the ball up, bringing it up the court. And they talking about they want him to handle the ball. You want to know why Troy Weaver probably in danger of losing his job? Because of this guy. You made a mistake. Okay, let's see if we can fix the mistake behind the scenes. And we can fix the mistake behind the scenes, that's cool. But now you compromising wins and losses, and you compromise the development of Bay and Kay Cunningham because you don't want to admit that you took an L. You don't want to try to turn that L into a dub. You could turn it to an L into a dub, but you got Beeline working on him just shooting 3-pointers. That ain't well, you don't need to shoot 3-pointers to be effective. Not right now. He needs to master everything inside the arc, the floater, getting to the rim, stopping and popping off the pick and roll. The hezzy finishing through contact. They working on the wrong shit with him. Excuse my French. They working on the wrong things with Killian. As you can see it in this game. Where's the improvement? And he ain't like he the primary ball handler neither. And if anybody in the comment section, if that's where y'all want to take it to, let him be the primary ball handler. Let him handle the ball every time up court. And it's going to prove to what I'm saying. Anytime he get the ball, it's hot potato. He trying to get the ball off. He not looking to score. Even when Jason Kidd came into the league and they called him Acing Kid, he at least could attack the rim. He can at least attack the rim. And right now, I mean, honestly, come on, you can pause the video after I say this. Other than defense, what does he do good? What does he do good? And somebody like Jay get on here and he say he deflect. What does Elburn do good? What do Kobe White do good? What do this guy do good? Honestly, I'm asking you a question. What is his benefit other than D? And then it ain't like he locking up the Jimmy Butlers or the Giannis's or the Darius Garlands of the world. It ain't like he Bruce Bowen or he Rajah Bell. He Eric Snow. He locking something up. He not locking nobody up. So what is his benefit on this court? Only thing I see, he doesn't benefit nothing. As much as he get out there now, there's not enough improvement. And I'm not saying he not putting the work in. What I'm saying is I'm willing to bet a pretty penny that he not doing it the right way. Because I know the game is not being taught the right way. If I teach somebody to shoot the ball, I'm not starting them off at the 3-point line. If I'm teaching somebody to be the floor general for my team, I'm not even starting off with shooting the ball. I'm working on ball handling to get into the rack. And I'm willing to bet they're not doing it the right way. Because it's no improvement in this game. From last season, from the hip injury to the end of last season to the off season to now, there's no improvement. Only thing he improved on is his form, his fluidity, and his shooting form. That's it. And the ball not even going in at the rate to justify the rest of his game. So if he's gonna be a 3-and-D guy and a catch and shoot guy like Derek Fisher, and I know he's young, it's not good enough for him to stay on the floor. And all he's doing is slowing the development down to Kay Cunningham. And the Pistons gonna mess this up. He's slowing it down Sadiq Bey. All they gonna do is mess this whole thing up. He's one of the biggest reasons, right there with Dwayne Casey. Oh, we want to both have the ball. It's an issue. Take Bay and take Cade Cunningham and say, you know what? Y'all the guy. Cade, I'm going to put you in pick and rolls. Every time we get the ball, Bay and Cade, we're going to push it down the court. We're going to attack. It ain't like Killian get the ball and get down there and go and attack and finish at the rim and he'll make a cute pass every now and then. You know what I'm saying? He's hurting the Pistons more than he's helping them. And I challenge anybody to change my opinion. And part of them only winning 7 games is because of him, the coach, not knowing what they're doing. Okay. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check Detroit Pistons Talk playlist out. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way, and Facebook and Instagram. Okay, all the links in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 31. Well, $ Cash App CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. We're on the bottom of the screen. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate that. Anybody that feel like they want to financially donate, best way to donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications, go live, drop a video, one time for the one time. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, more videos like this. Peace.